Hey everybody, welcome back to Hart Talks. Well, this week I am on my own. You've got just me, but there's a special reason for that, and that is because it's a birthday. It's not my birthday. It's Hart Talks' birthday. Hart Talks is
Happy birthday.
6 years old. So I thought that it would be a good thing to go back to the very beginning. I've never done this, and I was speaking to one of my friends recently, and they asked me about looking back at my videos, and I said I really don't do it unless I've got a reason to. So we're going to go back to the very beginning. We're going to watch these videos together. I want you to remember that when I started Hart Talks, although I'd been an actor for many years, I'd never ever been on the other side of the camera. So I didn't know anything. I really didn't, and it's going to show in these videos. So let's start off with the first one. The first one is Hart Talks with Stephen Hart, and the description says, Stephen Hart starts Hart Talks.
Hey there, how you doing? My name is Stephen, and a lot of you will know me from Shadow Dreamer, from the show that I did in New York. A lot of you will know me personally, and there's others that will never have heard of me. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to start off a YouTube channel. It's been a plan of mine for many, many years, and I'm embarrassed to say it's actually been about 5 years.
I'm so thin. I look so thin. I like it, but yeah, I've got a bit podgier in the face and over the years. The lighting's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
When I finished doing my one-man show Shadow Dreamer in New York, I felt that there was still something I needed to do. I didn't really know what that was,
Very serious.
but this has stayed with me for the past 5-6 years, and I've wanted to do a channel for a long time, but never been brave enough, never thought we'd have enough to talk about and all that kind of thing, but I've decided to give it a go. So what I'm asking you now is, you over there, I'm asking you to tell me what
Pointing
you
at the
want.
camera.
This channel is for you. It's about talking. It's about sharing our lives. It's about laughing,
very serious.
crying, whatever the topic might be, and whatever that does for you or to you. And I need you to tell me what you want. What do you want from
I'm
this
such
channel?
a baby.
What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about Shadow Dreamer, which is always open and on the table? Do you want the topics and subjects in that you want to know more about, that are affecting you now or that affected you in your past? Do you want to talk about what's been going on in my life since? Lots.
It sounds a bit like a counselling session. I feel like a counsellor sitting there counselling the audience.
In the last 6 years.
Yeah.
And I'm very open to talk about all those things. Transplants, I had a transplant 1.5 years ago, or my singing, or any of those things, or just you want to know more about living in London, if you're not from here.
Oh, God. I feel stupid. Oh, bless. I was such a baby. So that was the first video that I ever did. And it was okay. It wasn't terrible. I've got a feeling that the next one is not as good. I don't know why I think this. I just remember one of them being really terrible.
Hey there, welcome. Thank you for coming back to my channel. This is the first official video of Hart Talks. So, in the trailer video, as you know, I put out there what you want from this channel, what you want from me, what you want to talk about, and
the sound in this one is terrible. I don't know what's going on in the background. I remember when I first started, I bought a camera that was supposed to be a good vlogging camera, good, video, a good camera for YouTubers. It was secondhand, but it had this terrible tinny sound, as you can hear from this.
A lot of questions about Shadow Dreamer, which, if you don't already know, was my one-man show that I did in New York. There were also a lot of kind of Q&A type questions as well. So what I thought we'd do is I would tell you a bit about Shadow Dreamer in this show, And then in the next show, in a couple of weeks, I'll do a Q&A session. So keep sending in those questions to me. I've had some great ones so far.
Oh, I
Just
look
keep
so young.
sending them in and I will answer them all, I promise. So, Shadow Dreamer.
And I'm not wearing a cap. It's very rarely that I don't wear a cap, but I'm not wearing a cap in that video.
So basically, Shadow Dreamer was or is the story of my life. It was so funny because my friend and agent at the time, Andrea, was talking to me one day and she somehow got me.
My agent, Andrea. Hey, Andrea. Gosh, if I thought the first one was, I felt like a counsellor in that one. This one feels even more, but definitely this time I've obviously invested in a camera, which is not a great camera, clearly. And the light, it's very pixelated as well. It just doesn't look the best. Now let's go on to the third video, the Q&A show. Terrible.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Hart Talks, and this is the Q&A show, so let's get started. So I've got all your questions written down in my little black book. I have to wear my glasses because I'm going half blind, and now I look like a newsreader. So let's get started.
I did look like a newsreader.
So first of all, Carolyn from Glasgow asked, where do you prefer, London or Glasgow? Right, this is difficult.
So I really feel as if I went back rather than going forward. I don't know what I used to film my very first one, but actually the quality in the first video was a lot better than it has been in these two.
Carolyn, because I grew up in Glasgow, and as you know, it's a great place to grow up. And the Glasgow people are amazing. They are forthright, they're funny, they're out there, they're just like, they're really in-your-face kind of people, but at the same time, they're very, very kind. They would give the shirt off their back to you if you needed it. So it was a great place, despite my crazy upbringing, to actually grow up. So I love it for that, and I love it because it will...
Oh my goodness. Again, I look at it and think, you were so young. Do you know, I realised over the years how much I say when oh god, there I did it there. I realize that I do that a lot, and I try not to do it because it doesn't sound good, but obviously I can hear myself from the very beginning. I've always done it. So that, again, all I can look at on this is the quality of the picture and everything, and it was, I'm gonna feel paranoid now every time I go So video number 4 is Inspire Me. I take it this was about people that inspired me.
Hey everyone, welcome back to...
I didn't have a trailer at this point. I just used to come straight in with hey everybody. So it's kind of weird to see that. It's so funny looking at the picture. The picture's still the same. I'm still in the same place.
Today's show is called Inspire Me.
The colour is terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't think I even had a light at this point, and if it was a light, it was probably a lamp shining. You know, it's got this very, you can see it's got this very coppery colour that doesn't look good.
The reason for this is because
Again, I've got no hat on. What was that? Have I got more into wearing a hat in the last few years?
Letter recently from somebody in New York, and they said to me, Stephen, your show really inspired me, and what you did with your story was an amazing inspiration in my life. Now, this was a massive, massive honour, but I kind of felt a bit weird. I was like, how can my story have inspired somebody like that? How can it make a difference in their life?
I still think that. And I know it's crazy, but I still think that after all these years. I still just look at it as my story and think, well, it's my life. How can it have made a difference to somebody else? But I'm very grateful and very glad that it did.
But then I started thinking about what inspiration is, and started thinking about the people that inspire me. Now, I have to be honest, I'm natural. I'm very inspired by actors and by movie stars and by singers and by performers. You know, being a performer myself, seeing a singer or an actor out there doing their thing,
it's true.
It's just a massive inspiration for me. And as I talked about a few weeks ago, I mentioned some of the singers that just really do that for me.
I love that bottle that's in the background there, that bottle of Bollinger. I've still got that bottle, do you know, and I've never drank it. It was bought for me by my ex-boyfriend when I got Bombay Dreams, and I always thought I would save it for a special occasion. I got Bombay Dreams 19 years ago, so there's been a few special occasions since then, but I kind of just keep it now as a reminder. I feel kind of for myself. Let's go to the next one. Gone but not forgotten. I think this is the one that the lighting and everything. I remember the lighting being terrible in.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Hart Talks. This week's show is called Gone but Not Forgotten.
Oh, I would like that to be gone and forgotten. I'm really close to the camera. The quality of the camera is just so bad. It's just really, really bad.
Now, I know that sounds depressing, and this probably is going to be a bit depressing because I'm talking about death. But nobody can
Bloody
not
hell.
notice
Happy?
or ignore the fact that we've lost a lot of celebrities recently. In the music world alone, we've lost Prince and we've lost David Bowie just in a couple of months. Television has also lost people. We've lost Victoria Wood, who is a great comedian. We've lost Ronnie Corbett. We've lost lots of people. And as I get older, it kind of gets clearer to me that death is around. And I think as a kid...
God, that's depressing. I'm surprised people didn't unsubscribe after that. Again, I'm not wearing a hat. I don't know when this whole hat business came in. The lighting and everything is terrible on that video. I think it might have been the worst so far. So the next one is, this is the Shadow Dreamer story. Now, I was really proud of this just simply because it was the first time I'd used music. It was the first time I'd used graphics. It was the first time I'd done different things like that. So I was kind of really proud of this video. When I look back on it now, I know I'm going to go, oh my goodness, that was so rough. Let's have a look at it. I don't know if that was New York in the background, but it looked New York-ish. So I thought, seeing as I did Hart Talks in New York, I thought that's where I would use that piece of film. And I really loved the music, and it makes me really happy to think back on it.
And it was all yellow.
Makes you a bit seasick, all that moving around. Do you know what? I always remember people saying to me about this, because obviously I've got my hat on, my glasses, my earphones in, and people were like that to me. Why did you start the video off like that? But the thing was, that's the way I started Shadow Dreamer off. I would walk onto stage, I would have my earphones on, the music would be playing, everybody could hear the music. I would have my jacket on, I would have my rucksack on, and my shades, and that would be the opening to Shadow Dreamer. But when I did it on Hart Talks, it didn't come up. People that hadn't seen Shadow Dreamer didn't get it. They were like, Stephen, why have you got earphones in? We don't understand.
Hey there, how you doing? My name's Stephen Hart. I'm an actor and I'm from London.
And that was the first lines of my show. Hi, my name's Stephen Hart. I'm an actor and I'm from London. So it was me doing the beginning of the show.
But that's not where my story really starts. So let me take you back to the very beginning, in the hope of telling you about my life and the things that have happened to me, that it might help someone here with something they're going through, or give you a better insight and understanding when you meet somebody that's different or that's going through a situation that you don't know about or don't understand, and to help you realise that no matter what, there's always a person there first.
God, it's amazing how that is still ingrained in my head after all these years.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Hart Talks. Well, those lines...
Gracie, are you making a guest appearance? Are you? Are you making a guest appearance? Yeah, again, the lighting, terrible. It looks a bit out of focus. I kind of, the colour of my skin is blending in with the wall a bit.
With the opening lines from my one-man show, Shadow Dreamer. And that's what we're talking about today, because it's the 6th anniversary since the show closed off Broadway. And I cannot believe that it's been 6 years.
Oh my goodness, that means it's 12 years this year since Shadow Dreamer closed on off Broadway. Wow.
And you still ask so many questions about it that I thought I'd do a little rundown of the show and hopefully make it so that you can ask questions about the topics. So basically, it started off with adoption. My birth mother was white. She had an affair with somebody who wasn't white, and I was given up for adoption. Then my adopted family adopted me. They were not bad people.
It's weird to watch this back. It's been a long time since I've seen Shadow Dreamer or kind of spoken about it or anything. So yeah, it's weird to see this, but yeah, why is it? Why is it? Why is it? Oh baby, do you love me? Do you love me? Again, lighting terrible. Okay, let's do one more video, and this one is called Pussycats and Other Furry Things. Don't even go there. I don't know what I was thinking about with that title. Okay, so it looks like I've used the same, or not exactly the same, but a very similar piece of footage to open the show off with. So it was obviously when I was starting to get a bit more adventurous and thought, okay, let's think about doing an intro. And a bit of cool music always helps. Okay, come on. God, this goes on forever. Are we ever... Oh! Do you not love that heart, the heart symbol opening up the show? That was actually quite good. I don't hate that, actually, now that I see it back and look at it. It was okay. I'd obviously... in those weeks that I've been doing Hart Talks, I'd obviously started getting a bit better because the lighting looks better on this. Now, whether it was because I purchased lights or whether it was because it was just a very sunny day, but it doesn't look as bad. And again, I've got no hat on, and again, I look so much trimmer.
To Hart Talks. Thanks for joining me again for this week's show. And this week, I wanted to kind of lift the mood a bit. The Shadow Dreamer anniversary show that I did last time was brilliant, and it got so many feet.
It was brilliant. I said it was brilliant, so it must have been brilliant. Listen to me, big head.
So much feedback, so many comments, all that kind of thing, which I'm so grateful for. And believe me, I will be talking about a lot of topics and a lot of the questions that you asked. If there's anything else you want to know, put it in the comment section below and I will talk about it. But this week I wanted to lift it a bit, and I wanted to talk about something a bit more cheery, you know. It's grey and dark outside here in London, so I thought, why not talk about something happy? So, I say I want to talk about something happy, but actually, I don't know how happy it makes me, because
my great acting skills, you can see them here, right in front of you.
I have to be honest with you, that Gracie and Gus, my cats, have had more questions and more attention than anything. Basically, everybody wants to know, where's Gus next going to be? When's Gracie going to be making an appearance? And, you know, I just think, what is it about them? What is it about pets? We fall in love with them. They become part of the family. And I've been looking online about a charity called Pets as Therapy. There's a person that's been in hospital.
My editing skills were not the best. The editing there, the cuts were really they weren't as smooth as I hope they are now. But yeah, it was all a learning process.
Having Gracie and Gus at the hospital with me for a visit would be amazing. It would be so good for me, to perk my spirits up, to make me feel better. And this Pets as Therapy charity does that. They take dogs and cats into hospices.
Oh my goodness. That's really interesting. It's really interesting to see those videos, see how I looked, see how, just in 5 videos, the progression, because definitely at that last video, I can start to say, okay, this looks better. This looks like I've got a bit of an idea of I know what I'm doing. And now 6 years later, here I am with ring lights and floodlights and microphones and all that kind of stuff. So everybody, if you want to go back and have a look at some of my old videos and then put in the comment section tell me which video you like best, but also tell me which video makes you laugh the most, because it's so bad, because definitely probably the first 10 I would say are bad, or not the best. But as I say, it was a learning experience, and it's just like life, isn't it? See there, I'm turning into a counsellor again. So thank you, everybody. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's really important to subscribe to Hart Talks. It does so much just to help get my videos noticed. If you like them and share them and subscribe. Costs nothing to subscribe at all. You just hit that subscribe button, the big red button that says subscribe on it. Okay, take care, everybody. I will see you in 2 weeks' time. Mwah. Bye. Bye, Gracie. Bye, Gracie. Yes. Yes. I love you.